a nuisance always to kill off. But it's worth a lot when you do it, and they got 180 for it.
I'm telling you, the paparazzi is just hard farming. He by back laning as he did, he was farming jungle camps and avoiding the Timbersaw, who will outlane you when he hits 6. He's just been, it's a free paparazzi game, and after that last performance, I'm scared for EG.
But EG, like, when you try and look at both sides of the coin, paparazzi is strong. VG Gaming right now are definitely having the fights they want to have, but Phoenix Egg will start to arise. They'll start to get a little bit more combinations. RTZ's Hand of Midas is coming into play as well. His farm will start to escalate, and the #1 net worth for VG Gaming is very, very high, but the nearest to him is another 1,500 out. It's Beastmaster and Dazzle moving down the line.
It's just farm, though. That's the thing. Arc Warden's not going to be online for quite some time, and Vici, like, every single item any one of their players picks up is just increasing the amount of damage they do, how hard they can pressure objectives. They already have a Vlad's. They've got Urn. Dad's gonna have an echo, now you find Smell.
Defensive improvement. They're underneath the shrine, however. VG Gaming, they don't want to find this crit into the back lines with a kick and silence. They won't do anything. In fact, now with the Chakram hitting in, they will get the mass water bubble. What a shallow grave! He will try and keep Fade alive. As now, here comes Terrorblade. He found a path up the ramp. 1-for-1 trade-off, but OG's in the middle with no defensive improvement. Down goes Samel, and S4 will join him in the afterlife.
You can't fight, EG. You can't fight right now. Not only that, you're under a dire observer ward.
Phoenix also wanted to get in there. He was short of mana by 5 mana for the Nova. VG never had any intimidation coming out from either of these supports apart from the ES, who blocked them on the ramp.
It's like, I don't know how you're taking this engagement. Like, we're just talking about how strong Vici Gaming is. You have a Midas on your Arc Ward, and he is not ready to go. Sumail has purchased a Yasha. He's going to go for that Kaya Yasha build, but he needs more time. You've got to play the map.
Like, it's so hard to do it, and VG knew what they were getting into. They wanted to try and make sure they can control the jungle. They had the Observer Ward up on the hill. It's almost a max duration Observer Ward that has not gone down. Combine that with Hawk Vision from VG, they see so much on this map. They know how to take the fights against EG, but EG's looking for his own one, and this is a big kill. No mana for Sunder, instantly into the Supernova. They want to make sure that no one else is getting involved. Crit, however, is the last one to get the hit, so maybe not the greatest on that side, but they'll turn the pressure into the tier 1 tower mid.
That was huge for them. That was a really well done find there. Although, you know, fortuitous, if Paparazzi was on the right side and he just swapped with Dazzle, they would have found Ori instead. Bottom lane, Beastmaster, heavy pressure onto the bottom tier 2. EG should be able to clear this mid tower, but where's the building damage if Arteezy isn't here?
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Like, even when Arteezy is here, it's still going to take some time. He's building into the Maelstrom. It's that easy split push kind of farming way, and it is kind of nice from EG when you think about it. They can delay this game out late. Snowball forward, S4, and his TP will complete. Luckily, he's going to the tier 2 tower on bottom, but now double TPs come in. S4 left underneath the tower, and Sumail trapped. No force. Crit wants to keep him alive with a triple kick. He'll slow him up with the rolling ball blocked by Tusker. DY's in position. And Sumail, Invis Rune, that's a nice one to grab.
Looking to retreat. This is perfect. This is exactly what they did in the previous game. You find that one pickoff on a support, and your draft just does Roche so quickly. You know there's no egg for a bit.
Phoenix is trying to keep him out with the Fire Spirits. Anything to slow down this damage output. Arc Warden, he can potentially bubble and ward into this too, putting in a Spark Wraith. Chakram, VG Gaming, they're a little too clustered up at the moment. ES will spawn up in a moment, and he can TP out to the shrine, which is exactly what's happening. And VG Gaming, they're actually scared off Roshan.
Well played by EG there. They're posturing to ensure that Vici doesn't do Roche, but Vici as well. Like, they force EG, they know where they are, but once again, I believe that was seen by the Observer Ward.
It was. Here comes your Timber Chain forward. Sumail, S4, trying to get back as VG Gaming. I'm waiting for that jump from them.
Easy.
He's underneath the dire Observer Ward, but Spark Wraiths are absolutely everywhere. They're chasing the VG lineup with a roar. It just needs to get in range. The Shard, force him down. The Shard locks him in. Snowball up. Chaining stuns for Arteezy. He's avoiding the bubble, combining with a Supernova. You can get the roar on OG, but VG Gaming can't do the damage output. They may have killed Arteezy, but Paparazzi, he can survive a little bit longer. Thanks to Sunder. Offensive. Imprisonment out. Ori has Shallow Grave, but no mana to cast it! Thanks to the Sally's Eclipse, S4 will still tick. Poison Touch, it's a real ability. VG Gaming, heavy commit max on the buyback, and they're going to look for the extra kills. Crit had no TP. It was on cooldown because he TP'd out to the fight. The same thing for Fly, actually. He has one available. Beastmaster Raw not available. So they'll back up, but remember what VG came for. It's Roshan.
Look at how many buybacks, though, Toby? That was 3.
It was Beastmaster, Tusker, and Shaman all bought back.
That was a good fight for EG. I know you. I'm shocked Arteezy got caught there, just kind of meandering through the river. But
all right, Fly.
It's good.
Sentry's up. Fire Spirits connecting on 4 heroes. He'll keep spamming this up, combining it with the Spark Race. Roshan 300 HP. Fly jumps in, instantly hex up. Roshan is killed by Dire. Ori has the BKB, but Arteezy wants to keep this fight going. Rolling boulder in from Trit. Damn, that's good. With the silence and the stun ray. Turn it on. Kill him off. Paparazzi has no Sunder of Marvel. That's why you see Samel going for the kill. They don't care about the Aegis Immortal Dazzle. They want to find the bigger one, and Crit's able to do so. Paparazzi will fall. A little bit of miscommunication with the imprisonment from Samel, so Crit doesn't get the stun, but it won't matter. Fade pops as he comes out of the, the Shadow Realm.
Man, reckoning all the way back to his OG days, Crit proving why he was one of the premier Earthspirit, still is one of the premier Earthspirit players in the world. 5-man silence. Like, just single-handedly ensures that they're going to take that engagement. And Sumel's doing so much damage at the moment, and until you get a BKB up on Paparazzi, he's going for that next. It is queued up. He just can't survive in these fights.
It's kind of crazy to see too with Samel, the fact that these fights are now taking longer. Like, they're taking so much longer. That fight up on top lane, VG Gaming wanted to get an instant pop, but they just, they went for Arteezy, who, yeah, he died, but because he got that bubble off, they were able to survive.
You might be being a little overeager here on the side of Vici. Like,
I may be.
Their draft does Roche so quickly, but they forced it in position. Like, EG will contest the pit, and look at Phoenix, Arkward, OD. These heroes really love it when you just group up in a choke point, and they just punish that decision making. Aegis already squandered. Yule's picked up on S4. He'll be going for the Crimson Guard next, possibly. Everybody's changing their mind nowadays. I don't trust quick buys no more.
Samel looks like he wants to get aggressive too. A Blink Dagger is in his quick buy. Already finished up on the Yashikaya. And EG really looking for a little bit more map control. Pushing into the tier 2 tower up on top, but the king of push on the side lane. Yang is going to take that bottom tier 2 tower.
And you can see DG a little bit slower with the tower push. You got a Timbersaw and an OD. That is not what you're looking to do regarding smacking the building down. But Arteezy, he's scaling so fast. Like, Midas has been buffed in a couple of patches, and especially when you go this Maelstrom build as well, you just farm money. You create it in ways that other heroes, like, literally do not have the ability to.
Is this what you're looking for, though, onto Arteezy, to not actually have, like, anything like a Dragon Lance? Like, I thought he was going to look for that to try and counter up against the shard block up, which continues to happen. But he's going in for the Mjolnir directly.
Yeah, I feel like somebody wants a 4-staff. Just because, how many times have we seen the shard block just find that extra kill?
I can tell you it ain't Fly. Fly is looking at Vale. Crit, he's actually looking for Vlads. He's trying to build the Vlads for his team because S4 just cannot afford to go that path.
It's a really good decision. We've seen this in the past. If your offlaner is not capable of buying these team fight sustain items, notably, if you can't buy Vlads, then your 4 position should be buying Vlads, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Blink Dagger has been brought up by OD, but of course it's a little early thanks to the Observer Ward. They see Dazzle. In fact, 2 great Observer Wards already down. And they see Dazzle trying to farm up. But the Dire see the same thing back.
Sumel, he just bought something, right?
Yeah, Blink.
Cool. You got a lot of initiation protection now on the side of EG, but so does the Beastmaster. Net worth just swapping back and forth, an incredibly even game. It's just, your concern as an EG fan is the amount of building damage Vici threatens. So sure, it's even, but they need one fight. And you're going to lose Arax, you're going to lose Roche too. Like, they just eat your base.
Probably another reason too why the next item of priority for Arteezy is the BTs. He needs that clone to start doing the split push, makes it more effective across the map. But more importantly, moments like this, like Arteezy wants to be farming up, but look at the bottom lane. There's 2 waves of creeps pushing into the tier 3 tower. The momentum that VG begin, EG don't seem to have a quick and easy way to counter it. And it's not like their supports are any good at cleaning up the side lanes.
Probably see a passive game. Roche can respawn in 4 minutes, still a ways away. And don't see any huge engagement taking place.
I like this new pickup from DY. Like, he's the big saving grace. He's the snowball save. Has a Blink Dagger now.
It's a difficult game for that to be effective.
Mid lane, looks for the jump in. Mass Serpent Wards and Raw pops him. So quickly, Arteezy drops. And VG were happy just to throw everything at him.
He got caught there, but that's the threat of the Blink Dagger.
He's under his tier 2 tower, and all the vision from both sides is on the northern side of the map. He just doesn't see anyone coming in. And the wards, because they're in range of the tower, this is even more effective for Vici.
This is the advantage Vici's lineup has. They can play with a lot more pace. They have a lot more catch and reach. On the side of VG, it's all crit. The fight they won confidently, that was when he just hit his spells on the entire enemy team.
Yep.
Vici, you've got 3 heroes that can all hunt independently, and even Dazzle, sure, he's not going to be like in on these ganks, but he's constantly shoving waves and applying pressure, trying to limit the amount of vision and creep momentum that EG have around the map. Looking at their warding, they've got that a couple of really nice wards. I like this one on the bottom shrine area for EG. It was just placed by Fade earlier, and now he's hunting. Maybe you find crit here. It looks like DY will retreat towards the top side.
Still feels like as this clock ticks, is VG Gaming, like, it feels like their lineup is going to drop off a lot harder than EG's. 21, it just feels like it. Like, you got a late game Arc Warden, OD's building up. Okay, we're not going to say that the Timbersaw is going to get any better.
You do have, you know, the Phoenix may seem a lot stronger once you see it get bubbled, and then all of a sudden, how do you kill this Supernova?
That is
a really cool combination, Arc Warden Phoenix. I think OG were the pioneers of that way back when, probably when Fly was playing for them.
VG. Coming down the bottom lane.
DD on Paparazzi.
Yeah, they're coming up.
EG's not ready for this.
They got fortification to buy some time to reset, but watch those TP scrolls. Looks like everyone has them available to come back to the base. Timbersaw with the Shark Reverse slows things down, but he needs a tree to go out to. Sunray, he does not survive. He's standing way too close to the flames. The bubble will come in. This will protect the tower from the Mount Serpent. They can clean this up. A Beastmaster. Raw, another target. Sumail the front line.
Hello?
Such an obvious target to go for. He'll have to buy back if they want to defend this. A double damage Terrorblade under the protection of BKB. The Mount Serpent was brought down, but then Tusker, the blink forward. Here comes Sumail and buyback. The jump forward and back out, but the stun. Phoenix, the Supernova, actually doesn't do anything. He already goes down. Already gone in. The Eclipse will do the work. An Ultra kill for Paparazzi. Looks for the long range attack into OD. Will not be enough to kill up Sumail. The Terrorblade starts his TP. Rolling boulder forward. That'll cancel it. Terrorblade. He kind of wants to fight this one against Crit. That starts the imprisonment. Means the crit stun will not be able to connect. The Sunray does nothing. Sumail's damage. A shallow grave from Ori. Paparazzi continues to live, but he won't live forever. The one last awful duel from Sumail. A huge dominating spree to end. They need to kill off Ori. He's stuck around to keep Paparazzi alive. It's an expensive fight for EG having to buy back, but it's worth it if they can get all these core kills, not to mention the experience gain. They want it on Sumail. The imprisonment, don't think that's enough, but one more orb attack will definitely do it. S4 kills secures with a chain through. Then VG Gaming, they don't even take the tier 3 tower.
Still, they look crisp. I mean, perhaps a bit of an overextension. They do force the buybacks, which opens up a huge win condition. If you kill Sumail now, he's dead for so long that you're going to be you're going to take 1 Rax at least.
Yep.
And this also means that this next critical Roche engagement, which is going to take place, we'll find out in just a moment. Roche may respawn in 7 seconds. But man, Vici, like, they're playing to win this game, Toby. And EG just got caught napping in the base a little bit. Yes, they win that engagement.
Yep.
But I hate to watch people die in ways where you're just, you know they're going to do this.
It's the place you stand in. They had the sentry ward down, so at least they knew that VG Gaming didn't have an observe ward looking at them. But VG, the creep wave comes up, and then you can look at them. And the jump came. The Beastmaster, the Tusker, these blink daggers from them made the initiation into EG. I don't know if it was surprising or not, but it was definitely effective. Next fight may be a little bit more difficult. Sumail completes up his BKB. He can stand a lot stronger in the fights. And Arteezy, with the BTs available, now enables this split push from Evil Genius. They can relieve some pressure, but VG are coming again.
They still don't have a force staff yet. It's Arteezy's next item. Yep. Sure, you have a BKB on Sumail, but Roar pierces BKB. The shards are going to trap you in regardless, and Terrorblade is chunking you.
They need a repositioner, and they're not going to rely on ES to do it. Bounty runes at least come in. It's a 2-2 side. Dazzle being, he's not being chased. In fact, it looks like EG are very uncertain about everything they want.
Games like this make me want to play Dota. Just like ditch the cast and just go Q.
No.
It's just so much fun. Like,
stay. Don't cinder in me.
EG, I fear for them just because they're in this defensive footing. I like watching EG play a lot more when they're the ones that can actually get aggressive, but this just feels like they're buying time. And Sumail in the base, he can die here. You gotta be careful.
He feels close. Terrorblade can just turn on reflect. There's your hex. There's your, you got nowhere to get him out. The shackles control. He cannot BKB. Down goes Sumail. Turn on the magnetized Wishing in a revenge onto the Shaman. S4, okay, maybe Sumel's death won't be in vain. Paparazzi on the run, remember he's still got Sunder available. Yang's the neighborhood crit, jumps forward, but there's your Sunder. Paparazzi gets a target, a raw follow up the bubble, protecting Crit, but DY initiates him with a snowball. They're doing heavy damage, but Crit still alive through all of this. He'll walk up the hill, finally he goes down. The Supernova's in range. Yang, he's ticking out, cannot survive. Arteezy is the one to find the kill. But they didn't get the one they really wanted. They wanted Paparazzi, but EG, man, they're like sharks. They sense blood in the water, but there's harpoons from VG to strike back.
And they just double buyback and go. Gosh, this is the downside. Once Sumel dies, like, he's dead for forever. And really, the support duo of VG is keeping them in this game. The cores keep getting caught napping, and Crit just consistently comes through with huge, just every spell.
Yep. The fact that he was bubbled up too, like it took so long for VG to bring him down, but the Mass Serpent Wards, so early to commit. You find Samael sitting in front of his tier 3 tower as VG Gaming want to push up. You can sense it's a desire to push back, but now it's S4. He has the Yule Scepter available for the Shackles. This control from VG, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going, looking for a kill. S4 had a little bit more life thanks to Sunray. Fly jumps in, but the Hex! Faye traps him down. Fly will have to sacrifice himself for the cause, but how long can they keep doing this? The Beastmaster blinks in, looking for the body block on S4. The Sharknam, it will slow down, allowing S4 to get in front of Walrus Punch with the blink daggers. They just move so fast. S4 gets in the bubble, but Paparazzi and everyone else from VG will join him. They're layering the bubble. Terrorblade is low for the Shallow Grave. Let Paparazzi Sunder down.
If you can see, the damage Arteezy deals now is considerable. He's got Mjolnir, and when he popped that clone and have 2 beating into you, Vici, you're not as far ahead as maybe we're making it sound. It's still an even game. It's just, again, the threat. They will kill the buildings if they have the opportunity. E.g., you still need at least 2 more fights before you can consider moving out aggressively on the map.
Yeah, I just love how you're saying, like, it's like VG Gaming, they're not as far ahead as we think they are, but every single time EG seems to be 1 player down when these fights begin, and when it's 5v4, and you're ahead.
And look at this, Paparazzi finishes up the MKB. All of a sudden, that bubble's no trouble, and while sure you can't hit the towers through it, you're still going to be able to wreck the heroes. And so far, that's been one of the main ways EG actually keep their heroes alive for more than that 2 to 3 second window.
Yeah.
BKB might be finished up on Beastmaster soon. Remember, you have the Aegis. This is a big timing for Vici Gaming. I think they want to use this to get at least a tier 3 in the shrines, because Arteezy will at some point be so far ahead of this game. He's got the Pike. They'll be going for the Manta next, and it's going to be near impossible just to deal with the waves at a certain point.
Arteezy,
this is an Aegis TP.
He's out a long way. Crit starts with a rolling boulder, but into absolutely nothing. He'll work with the clone, but now Paparazzi, that MKB, you'll see it go to work. They haven't triggered out the Metamorphosis just yet for the shards. Earth Spirit will roll over the top. I don't know what they were trying to bait out. It was underneath the Dire Observer Ward. The Radiant Ward will see everything too. And they're sitting up on the hill. Maybe EG can backstab in the line. You know they want the Shaman. Take out that control factor. They got in quickly. Now Samael's going to get the BKB off, but where's the attack? Look towards the Terrorblade. He's armed up for the moment. Samael, he defensively imprisoned himself, so they couldn't instantly move to another target. But that's why S4. Timber takes forward. They're coming in. And now Terrorblade will have all the damage. That's a good bubble. And then the Tusker. The Snowball protects. How is he down? He never got the Eclipse off. Samael, he'll move out of the world. As now with the control on Terrorblade, they might be able to bring him down, but once again, it's a Shallow Grave. It's a Sunder. He's got an Aegis. Paparazzi is a double kill. A buyback can come out from Crit. BKB's expended on the VG Gaming side as Terrorblade walks off the Magnetize. But EG, you
can see Dino has a Black King bar, Toby. Like, they recognize Vici. If you pop your BKBs, Sumel no longer is able to deal damage.
Yep. And
they're just targeting him. Who cares if he has BKB? There's so much minus armor. There's so much damage threat on the side of Vici, especially now that you have the MKB on the Terrorblade. There is no save on EG anymore.
Man, my brain just kind of lagged in that fight because I'm just sitting there going, okay, now we move into the fight, but Sumel's in prison. What does he do? How's he attack? Like, VG Gaming had time to reset and prepare for that fight again.
Still, yo, hats off to EG. They've defended their base. They just hit 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You're still alive. Feeling good.
Arteezy's still pushing out the side lanes.
They got 2 of the bounties.
They've got options. It feels like they're behind. The graphs say a completely different story. Like, the graphs actually say this game is pretty damn even. There's no advantage over like 2,000 either way. So it all comes down to teamfight initiation.
You're getting to a point as well now where EG is going to soon have that same threat on the enemy base. So they could theoretically win a fight and then threaten objectives. Still a couple of tier 2s up. They're having issues shoving waves at the moment, but this is where Gordon comes in.
Yep. He pushes out the side lanes. Timbersaw's not too shabby at cleaning up waves either.
Probably going to see a smoke from Vici.
Yep, there it comes.
And I like it. Paparazzi showing bottom. He's going to push that lane. The rest of the heroes, like EG, is going to split. They're going to look to push because they think that the whole enemy side is bottom. You might be able to find a pickoff.
S4 is underneath Observer and Sentry now. They'll see exactly who they want to go for, but they're not even doing it. They're rotating down through the lane.
EKB on the Beastmaster as well. All 3 cores have that capability. You got to continue targeting the Rasta if you're evil geniuses.
Yep. They cannot allow that Hex combination, the Observer Sentry. They see Fly as well, but they don't have the opportunity. Paparazzi was baiting on bottom lane, and EG just went the opposite direction.
Yeah. Sumail, though. Sumail.
He's feeling it.
So nervous.
I think he's, like, by the looks of the way he's playing as well, he's nervous, and for very good reason.
I love the way Vici's playing. They're so aggressive, but it's with composure. Paparazzi's not going to run up the high ground, but he'll dance a little bit, see if they'll walk down. He knows his team's behind him. They're not playing too aggressively. They're tempering it with that Chinese discipline we've all grown to know and love.
But they're not getting what they want. They at least get rid of the Radiant Observer Ward that was watching any kind of movements to the north. So as far as the map goes, it's not totally dark. There's another ward further to the north.
Dude,
so let's EG know.
Daedalus. He's doing so much damage on this Terrorblade.
At the same time, though, I'm also looking at the MKB almost completed for Arteezy, so his damage output's also starting to increase. The buybacks are now available for 4 heroes of EG. Crit's the only one who doesn't have one. So still defending high ground is possible, because look towards top lane. Arteezy, he bubbles up, and VG Gaming. This is what I was really worried about. This is why I was concerned about VG Gaming's late game. How do they deal with this side lane pressure quick enough they can actually stop a clone? Because as the clones get stronger, you have to commit more and more heroes to defend.
And it's going to be about cutting creep waves. They're doing a great job. They're always shoving out 2, but that's the power of Gordon. And that's the before, Arteezy could push waves, but now he's threatening the buildings. That's the key. And you've got to be concerned about that 3rd wave, because again, he could just be bots and TP. You know, you can use both now. So he could bring both of his hero and his clone to a lane, and then still be back in time to defend, applying tons of pressure and forcing Vici into a tough decision. Like, do you defend? Do you TP one out? Because now all of a sudden there's 5 EG heroes chasing you out of their own base.
Interesting Dire scan. They actually scan on top of Roshan, even though he may respawn. He's not at his spawn timer yet. S4 finds a target. Going to be Ori burning that BKB, now down to 8 seconds. This is more and more problematic as time goes on. These BKBs are so essential to have long duration against the OD.
Yeah, EG still have another smoke, I'm glad, because smoking before Roche, like if you establish vision, it's cool, but they weren't able to get a ward up with that. And this is the danger. Vici just have so much map control. They have the vision advantage. They're consistently shoving waves.
They're getting more creative with their Observer Ward too. The D ward that came in from Fly took out the Sentry. It didn't actually get the Dire Observer Ward watching that top lane.
It's going to come down to which team has the supports with the most impact in the fights. So far, both duos doing incredibly well.
On bottom lane, tier 1 tower, the clone pushed in hard enough that this will go down to the creep wave. VG Gaming in the meantime hunting up on the northern side. They de-warded, so EG are aware and they move to the east. This is just dodge and evade. In fact, the creep wave didn't kill the tier 1 tower on bottom. Got 57 HP, but this doesn't stop S4 from creep skipping out the mid. But they're so deep in. Crit has an invis rune at least, but...
And they have a gem as well on the Beastmaster. This is huge for the map control of Vici Gaming. There's no vision now on the Radiant side.
DY is going to find him. Crit's nearby. Does he want to help out? It's like, sorry, S4. You're dead, bro. 4 heroes together. He'll still tank through a lot. Defensive Fuel Scepter might going to buy some more time as the Roar is out, and they do bring him down.
I don't know if the Roar was necessary. I think that actually overlapped the shackle duration. He did not expect it to be quite so long, but that is level 20. He did talent it. And that's the power of the Rasta. If you find anyone isolated with your damage nearby, even if it's a Timbersaw, they're going to go down. Look bottom. Earth Spirit in trouble.
Yep.
They'll be fine.
TP out. He's okay. It's up on the top lane where Tusker initiates in over on Fly. 1 charge is available. Hex is there. Shaman in range. The Mass Urban Ward, well, he can push it, but he's still shackled. The Blink Dagger on Shaman just lets him close the distance, not to mention increase the distance with the Ether Lens. Shaman is so damn scary for any hero of EG that gets caught out. Arteezy looking for some revenge, also looking for a Midas use. So this is a double reason he's pushing out like this. wants the damage into the Shaman, who does have a hard time surviving through it.
Lucky for EG though. The Roche is not active. Means they should still have time to mount a defense, but it will be a difficult engagement. You've got to bait out these BKBs and somehow find a way to keep Sumail alive through the roar.
That's a hard ask. It's not like he got an Oracle or a Dazzle sitting right behind him.
The Graves have been on point as well. I mean, a core Dazzle, I think you don't really expect that spell to be as useful just because, you know, usually core is a little more selfish than us supports, but how many times he kept Popper alive? And
a lot.
There's no real way to answer it. He's going to get the Grave off, and who cares if a Timber's tanky when you can just swap HP pools?
Oh, keep your eyes on Roshan. He is now respawned. VG Gaming looking towards the pit with the Necro box, and they want to try and fight it.
They're just going to camp the high ground. They have a vision advantage, and they know EG is going to have to run up here and contest. Look at S4, he's a little exposed.
Yeah, already the initiation comes in. S4 takes a lot to kill off. RTZ going to bubble him up, and now Crit jumps in to the backline, gets the magnetize off. It's good damage, not to mention the fact he's eclipsed. Tuska's practically dead. Phoenix, can he Supernova by the time for flying? Icarus dive away. Supernova's a very long way away from the fight, but smells BKB. Now worn off, but the intel storm up to 16. He hits hard with Shaman. Shackles him. Maybe with the Sunray, they force up him away. Not to mention the Yule Center from S4. They try and get the cancel. Move forward. Terrorblade. No Thunder available, but he has the cheese up. Another rolling ball from Crit. Oh, no life. The Thunder and the cheese. He's actually got the Thunder up cooldown in just a couple of seconds time, but now the jump away. DY, he's on the run. Sumail can't believe he's still alive throughout this entire fight, but he's able to do so. Terrorblade down. No buyback available. No one started Roshan, but EG is still in damage control in their lanes.
Dude, everyone on the side of Vici except Paparazzi bought back, and I bet that's just because he doesn't have one. 7k gold lead all of a sudden for EG. What a fight. Crit again, dude. Oh my god. Like, S4 with a huge shackle interrupt to ensure he saves his core, but Crit is just somehow still alive throughout these fights, consistently landing spells on everyone. Like,
4 buybacks from VG Gaming in that fight. Everyone but the Terrorblade bought back.
I just said that.
You did. I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay, buddy. It's a long day. It's a sick game. It's tough to get to...
I'm not going to use those excuses.
Does EG do the Roche fast enough? They have an Arc Warden, so obviously that's a help. But look at that. They've got Vision up. While they have the gem.
While Terrorblade's down, you just go for it. DY, he's thinking about a jump. We've seen many Aegis snatches. The Beastmaster Hawk gives him the information. The balls are down. DY's ready for the jump. And here she comes. In they go. Yang gets the Mass Servant Wars down. Roshan, Aegis Immortal was snatched by Sumail. That means the kill goes the way of the dire side. But OD dying to the northern side. They do bring him down. But the other attack is onto Beastmaster. The team fight control is gone for VG Gaming. He's dead for so long. And they need the kill onto Dazzle. The BKB will protect him long enough to complete the TP away to safety. But it won't be enough for DY. Spun up in the air. He actually picked up the refresher shot. The snowball comes over towards Arteezy. Can he even get the kill? No, push away. Snowball back in. Arteezy protected in the bubble. And down goes the Tusker. 2 heroes dead for a minute and a half.
What a play. I mean, the balls on this kid, DY, one of the newer players in the scene, pops the refresher to try and finish off Arteezy instead of making what now in hindsight looks like the better play of just handing it over to his Terrorblade on respawn. That Aegis is now just, no one gets anything. I think there's a cheese still up on the Tusk. A mad dash to grab, like I didn't even see these items dropped in the pit.
It was pretty messy. The second the Shaman wards went down, the Shards as well, it got pretty tight. But Evil Geniuses, for the first time in a long time, feel like they can push. And they're coming to the tier 2 tower in mid. The creep wave will arrive with them, while Artur handles the side lanes.
And they have the damage now. Arteezy, he's finished a Hex, he's 6 slotted. Sumail now with the Aegis and the Shiva's completed.
They're pushing up. Arteezy will TP in. Fortification trying to buy a little bit more time. Terrorblade has Metamorphosis available, so he's ready to fight. But Arteezy puts the bubble down back behind the towers, trying to keep Ori a little bit further away. The Hex is out. That's from Arteezy. But remember, that ain't, well, okay. Yeah, it's only the clone. Send in the clones. You don't mind if they die. Tier 3 tower will finally drop. Do they want to hang around? 15 seconds before the 2 supports are up. No Mass Serpent Ward, still have Metamorphosis. The side lanes look fine. They're looking to finish up the melee racks. The Spark Ray's trying to create a little bit more space, and it looks like they're going to get what they want. They haven't finished the job yet. EG is so timid. Now's the time to back up. They don't want to lose anyone. S4 with the long chain gets some distance, and now the snowball initiated. The shard trap. Sumail, he's trapped. Lots up the Eclipse as quick as he can. The roar, the control. It got returned back into the Beastmaster, but Sumail is still down for the count. Crit has to jump into the back back line, trying to save off his teammates by getting the silence, and he's able to do so. Heavy magnetized by Timbersaw, gives the life back over to Paparazzi. The Thunder went to work with the Supernova. Oh no, they're going to get out, but now Paparazzi, he got popped.
He has buyback, but no metamorphosis.
That's true. Arteezy is still here on the front line, so EG's push power, it still exists. Buyback comes in from Crit.